Hi guys, how are you doing? And welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Dr. Venus channel. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. So in today's video, I will be talking about the differences between a day call and a weekend call. Now, you may just feel, oh, it's a call, it's the same. No, it's not. Now, a day call will fall in between Monday to Friday, and then the weekend call starts from Saturday to Sunday. It spills over to Monday. Monday to Friday, the hospital is full to the brim. The weekends are always kind of calmer, there are fewer people. Some organizations don't even work during the weekends. But it's a hospital, someone has to be there. You can't shut down the hospital, so weekend calls are mandatory. So most of the time, you get to rotate the weekend calls. Like I would say, most people run away from weekend calls because everybody wants to enjoy that weekend. Okay, for me, I prefer when it's like I do Friday to Saturday, or probably Saturday to Sunday, and then I get to go home, prepare myself for the new week. But I really hate Sunday to Monday calls. Like, trust me, they're the worst. You know why? Because the way calls are done, you don't even have the opportunity to go home, especially when the week starts. So Mondays, you do your morning reviews, you do so many things. So everybody comes in, looking refreshing, and you are just, struggling to even take a bath and things like that, especially if the call was a busy one. Usually everybody works from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So if you're not on call, you're lucky, you get to go home. So for someone who is on call during the week, you start your call from 4 p.m. and then your call ends at 8 a.m. Now for a weekend call starts from 8 a.m. Now look at this. One thing that people get really wrong here is that your weekend call starts from 8 a.m. and then it ends at 8 a.m., which is 24 hours. But your work starts immediately because it's your call. Now, picture a call rather. From 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., you're probably at your unit. If you're so lucky, your unit might not be busy, right? If your unit isn't busy, you're not doing much. So you're just waiting until 4 p.m. where everything gets heated up. But for a weekend call, it starts immediately. Oh God, the part I hate most is that you have to go from word to word. You do your word round. Oh Lord, it could be really draining. So imagine you do your word round from 8 a.m. to like 12 noon. You're already exhausted. Like you're just tired. You just want the call to be over, and that is just the beginning of the call. Now, let's say after the word round, you're like, oh, okay, let me just take a break. No, you have to-dos. Of course, during your ward round, you can't carry out your to-dos. You have to wait until after your ward round, and then you do your to-dos. So imagine going back to all these patients to carry out your to-dos. Some might need to take some samples, maybe they skipped someone's medications, you have to go back. So there's just a lot to do. And the funniest part is, all those patients, while you're doing your ward round, you find out that all their lines have tissued. And you're just wondering, seriously? But some people were here yesterday. So imagine you have to split yourselves and then you pick patients and then you have to go back citing lines. I don't know. You won't really understand until you're there, really. So after that, you might probably take a break and then you just wait until you're being called. So maybe they brought in an emergency case and then you have to rush down there, or probably a consult was sent and then you have to go on the consult and then review the patient and you take over management from there. Weekend calls are calmer. I prefer weekend calls because it's not overcrowded, most relatives have gone. the administrative department is probably not functioning at that time. All the doctors are not on ground. So it's just all those doctors that are on call for the weekend. Most patients always want to be discharged on Fridays. The reason why this happens is because patients don't get discharged over the weekend. It's never done. No. The reason is because, okay, let me use internal medicine for an example. Okay, so let's say this patient is a neurology unit patient, and the people on call, obviously, they always make sure that one person from that particular unit is on call over the weekend. But it still doesn't count because the managing team is not available to assess this patient. So the managing team would not certify this patient fit for a discharge. So that's why during weekends, you can never discharge a patient, even when the patient is stable and fit to go home, because you are not the managing team. The patient remains on the ward until Monday. So most patients already know this information. So they always want to get discharged on Fridays by the managing team. So they don't have to wait extra 2 days, for the managing team to come back on Monday for them to be discharged. The fact that you have fewer patients, there's an opportunity for more patients to be admitted. So if your call is that kind of calm call, you might not really have emergency cases. But if you're the type, okay, now let me quickly say this. It might be a joke, but the truth is, when you're on call with some people, you're dead. I'm serious. Like, there's some people that when you're on call with them, it's like they actually went to a certain city to bring everybody into the hospital. Like, it gets really bad. You're just so busy all through. And meanwhile, there are others that you're on call with them and everything is just really calm. So I guess you're assessing yourself right now. Are you that type of person? Like we always say, like we joke with one another, like, oh my goodness, you've got to open this particular market and now you're bringing all the people there into the hospital. Or are you that type that your calls are just really calm? I love chilled calls really, but nevertheless, whichever way it comes, it's our duty, right? During the week, it's still possible, for other doctors to assist. Oh, don't worry, let me do it. Or probably the managing team might still come around and then tell you, oh, don't worry, this patient is our patient, we'll do it. But for weekend calls, they're not on ground, so you just have to do it. So now imagine a patient who is going in for dialysis. It's either you cannulate this patient or you send for an OGA. And even if you send for your OGA, you're still going to be there. So, this is a way for you to learn. Then for those that love food, those that love to eat the cold food, oh my goodness, I really don't know about other hospitals, but the hospital where I worked, I don't think I liked their cold food. In fact, I don't eat the cold food. I would rather just take my own food. For a day call, you get to eat just once. But for weekend calls, I think you're fed twice. Maybe some hospitals even feed their doctors 3 times. I don't know. But definitely you get enough cold food to sustain you. The truth is, nobody loves to be on call. But as a doctor, it's what you have to do, because if you are not on call, who is going to take care of the patients? So now I'm throwing this question at you. Do you prefer to be on call during the week, or you love weekend calls? And if you love weekend calls, do you prefer Friday to Saturday, Saturday to Sunday, or Sunday to Monday? Okay guys, so that's all I have to share today, and don't forget to subscribe, like and share. So till another day guys, bye.